Hello there and welcome to the Impact Zone podcast. We're back again to discuss more TNA wrestling shenanigans. Today I don't guess I'm really talking about shenanigans with TNA, though this podcast is about TNA and we're really talking about the podcast here today. I have a lot of stuff to do, honestly. I just don't have enough time to keep producing episodes or a lot of episodes for this podcast. Like now I will still make content for this podcast for the upcoming pay-per-views or PLEs or whatever you want to call them. I'll still be doing that, but I don't think I will have enough time to do any extra episodes. I've put up a lot of extra episodes here and there in the last few weeks and whatnot, in the last few months. And we have put up many episodes in the past, extra episodes and whatnot, here and there throughout. The channel hasn't really grown a whole lot here based on what I've done. And perhaps that's somewhat my fault because I'm not dedicating enough time to it or whatever, and promotion and things like that, or graphics or whatever else it is. But that is due to the time constraints that I am under already, and yet I've been able to produce the content that I have produced, which is still pretty decent content out there at the moment. Even though it's not got the best graphics, it's just got some clip art graphics or whatever else it is, or just basic text graphics or whatever. But still, that is, still one of those things. Like I could just put, highlights of wrestling on the background, and that would probably be just as lazy, but it would be seen as being a lot more or a lot better and whatnot. But yeah, whatever. But still, yes, I wanted to come on here and just discuss it, just to sort of explain why. I know some people do follow the channel and do care about, what's happening with the channel, and perhaps more people are coming into the channel slowly but surely, and whatnot. So, I've got to keep you guys like in the loop, like as when I get the time or whatever else it is. Hopefully at some point later on down the road I will be resuming putting up extra episodes and whatnot, but I just can't guarantee that I will be able to do that at any time soon, or that I might well do an episode here or there in the next few weeks. I don't know. Like, it does depend, because if I want to say something, sometimes I do feel like, well, let's just record something, especially sometimes when I'm on my runs or on my walks or whatever else it is. Sometimes I get an idea here or there, and it's pretty hard sometimes to remember some of these ideas when you've got 30 other things to do, and that's kind of the main reason why I'm just not doing it. It is down to the fact that the channel isn't growing as well and whatnot. There aren't many views on many videos, and there aren't many subscribers and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm just too busy at the moment. Like, I could deal with the fact that we don't have many subscribers or whatever, or that the videos only get a couple of views or whatever it is, because that's been the way that it's been for ages, and yet I've put out a lot of content. But still, like, I don't think that, me trying to juggle too many balls is going to be beneficial for me. So it's just one of those things that I was just a little bit stressed about doing more stuff or more other stuff. And it's just one of those things of being like, wow, I want to do things, but I've got to realize, what my limits are, kind of thing, and not stress myself out too much, because otherwise it just gets too much. And I've got to take a break from everything, and I've kind of just got to, even if I'm, if it's funny, because when I take a break from things, I'm usually doing something else. I don't just sit and stop really a lot of the times. I don't really relax very easily. Even if I'm just sitting back watching TV, I'm intently like trying to take notes and go, okay, what are they thinking about this? Especially with the wrestling and whatnot. Or how do I apply this to my own stuff that I'm trying to do, all these other projects that I'm trying to do. And that's the thing, like I've got so many little projects that I really want to do, but I just don't have enough hours in the day sometimes or whatever. And yeah, I love this podcast and I love wrestling and whatnot, and I'll never stop like loving wrestling, but it's one of those things I do kind of have to do those other things as well. So I'm sure that even if there's, like I said, a handful of people that do listen to the show here and whatnot, I hope they understand, surely. But even so, even if they don't, or whatever it is, at the end of the day, it's only a handful of people. So, if I had a following of thousands or millions or whatever it was, then I'd be not concerned, but like I'd be more like, yeah, well, I might have to figure something out, or I might just have to be like, hey, follow me over here. But yeah, like again, it's one of those things. If you do want to follow what I'm doing, I guess it's kind of hard, but still, because I'm always onto another project and another project and another project. And this was another project that I just started, just because I love wrestling and I wanted to talk about wrestling. And, that was it. And I'm just obsessed with wrestling. So it's like, hey, let's talk about wrestling. Make it a podcast. Get a few subscribers. Maybe make some money. Who knows? Whatever. All that stuff. And I've made YouTube videos and I make a lot of things for people here and there and edit things for people. So, yeah, not that I'm doing a lot of it now, but I have done it here and there and whatnot. So, making graphics and things like that and whatever for people. So, yeah. But those aren't the key things that I want to do. Those are just things that I do sometimes at request, sort of thing, or whatnot. Yeah, so I don't know. It is one of those things that always having, a lot on the go makes it rather difficult at times to keep everything flowing, because something's got to, like my EDH stuff that I was doing, it hasn't really gotten much love. I still like EDH, even though I've sort of semi-retired somewhat from it for a while at least. And same thing with my like gaming channel that I had. Haven't really done much there. I would like to get back to doing that, but it's always something of being like, well, but yeah, like I've always got to find the time to do these things, you know what I mean, like, and the energy. And it's like, especially when you've got like a handful of subscribers or whatever it is, and whatnot, that sort of thing. It's like, well, so it is very much a thing of being like, well, I've got to prioritize things and say, well, did this blow up? No. Did that blow up? No. It is my personal stuff in a way, and it is personal to me. So it's not like 1,000% that I need it to. It's just a little bit of fun or whatever else it is. But when things don't blow up, sort of thing, it's like, well, why am I putting so much effort into this? Why not let's try and do something else and see if that blows up? And that is like the ADHD, so somewhat kicking in. But again, I can stick with things for a long time. I have stuck with things for a very long time, and that sort of thing. I haven't just skipped from one thing to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other, or whatever else it is. Like, I have had that obviously as well, but I have had, you know, the ability to sit and say, okay, well, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to commit however much time and however long or whatever it is to this or to that. So I can easily do that. I don't think that it would be such a big problem to do. But yeah, guys. I just thought it would be best if I did come on and sort of say, hey, you know, this is where I'm at. Hopefully, as I say, you guys go. I'm sure most of you do, but you know, I've always, like, I don't know, to be cautious or whatever, but still just to be like, there's always those people that are like, how dare you, you know, and it's like, dude, like, serious? Like, that's what's going to even turn me off even further, you know, in many ways to doing it, you know. You should be grateful that I'm doing it, you know, in many ways, because it's free content. So, but yeah, guys, I hope you've found some level of enjoyment in this episode. Like I said, obviously we're still coming to do the pay-per-views or the PLEs or the specials, whatever you want to call them. Next upcoming show is Under Siege, I believe, or the next major show. They've got the tapings in St. Joseph, Missouri there, in Kansas. So yeah. No, I don't know about anything else that we're going to do, or when, or where, or how, you know, like, it will be very intermittent, if at all. I've certainly got a few more episodes, like, locked in the tank, or in the can, or whatever you want to sort of say, recorded and ready to go. So we'll put all of the ones that I do have recorded up in the next few days, whatever it is. But yeah, certainly at a certain point you will notice that the only episodes that I'm putting up are going to be the previews and the reviews, because I won't have enough time to cover a lot of anything else. Maybe I'll have to cover something, I don't know, maybe because it's like super duper big news, or something like John Cena coming over, or whatever, that sort of thing, I don't know, or whatnot, but still, we will see. But yeah, guys, hope you've enjoyed this one way or the other, and hope you will join me, as I said, whenever I'm making other content.